A reading from the first book of Kings. Elijah said to Ahab, "Go up, eat and drink, for there is the sound of a heavy rain." So Ahab went up to eat and drink, while Elijah climbed to the top of Carmel, crouched down to the earth, and put his head between his knees. "Climb up and look out to the sea," he directed his servant, who went up and looked but reported, "There is nothing." 7 times he said, "Go, look again." And the 7th time the youth reported, "There is a cloud as small as a man's hand rising from the sea." Elijah said, "Go and say to Ahab, 'Harness up and leave the mountain before the rain stops you.'" In a trice the sky grew dark with clouds and wind, and a heavy rain fell. Ahab mounted his chariot and made for Jezreel. But the hand of the Lord was on Elijah, who girded up his clothing and ran before Ahab as far as the approaches to Jezreel. The word of the Lord. It is right to praise you in Zion, O God. You have visited the land and watered it. Greatly have you enriched it. God's watercourses are filled. You have prepared the grain. Thus have you prepared the land, drenching its furrows, breaking up its clods, softening it with showers, blessing its yield. You have crowned the year with your bounty, and your paths overflow with a rich harvest. The untilled meadows overflow with it, and rejoicing clothes the hills.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "I tell you, unless your righteousness surpasses that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to your ancestors, 'You shall not kill, and whoever kills will be liable to judgment.' But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment, and whoever says to his brother, 'Raka,' will be answerable to the Sanhedrin, and whoever says, 'You fool,' will be liable to fiery Gehenna. Therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar and there recall that your brother has anything against you, leave your gift there at the altar. Go first and be reconciled with your brother, and then come and offer your gift. Settle with your opponent quickly while on the way to court with him. Otherwise, your opponent will hand you over to the judge, and the judge will hand you over to the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Amen, I say to you, you will not be released until you have paid the last penny." The Gospel of the Lord. Whoever is angry with his brother or sister will be liable to judgment. All of us have been angry. We will definitely be angry in the future. So is it ever possible to not be angry? Is it possible? Is this doable to not be angry? Well, it's not possible to not be angry. But it is possible to be less prone to anger, to be less reactive, to be less irritable, to be less impatient. Those are doable. Those are possible. I was talking to a young man once, and he was sharing with me about his father, that since his father has become more active in the church, he has been attending Mass more regularly, he has even become a member of the RCIA team, teaching catechesis, and that he would say his prayers regularly. The young man, the son, said that his father has become more patient with his family, that he doesn't react, right away. He has become less reactive and less angry towards them. So it's possible. And of course, Jesus, God, is the source of all that is good. So that's the importance why we come to Him every morning. It's amazing how this morning Mass group has grown. If you look around you, it's amazing. What the Mass can do to us. If we are open, if we are humble enough to say, Lord, I need you to help me in my struggles. God always helps. So just be patient, with yourselves, whatever struggle that you're going through. If you're angry with someone, if you have a hard time forgiving someone, if you have a hard time letting go of past wounds and injuries and hurts, just trust that as long as you're keeping that connection with the Lord, He's doing some work within you. Amen.